We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button, tell me know you watch this video, helps out the YouTube channel, and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So here we are with Shiba Inu, Shib token, and Shib itself has had a massive run, hit new all-time highs, and is pulling downwards. And I want to break down in today's video some very interesting information, because if you're a Shib holder, you definitely don't want to overlook this information that I'm about to share with you guys. You're gonna love what I have for you guys today, and it implies a reason why it possibly has so much more room to go higher in the future. We're gonna break it all down. We're gonna look at it, if it's trending, most visited, what the charts are showing, what articles have stated. But before we do, I would like to share with you guys the home runs of the day that I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if you trade stocks apart from crypto, you definitely want to check that out. The link is down below in the description. We look forward to having you join us, and you'll be able to get in on early with us every single morning as we strive to look for opportunities and home runs. And we're going to jump right into it here with Shiba Inu itself. So the home runs of the day were spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you want to get in on early with us every single morning in the pre-market, I send out the stocks I'm watching, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing and learning community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So this is the list of stocks I mentioned this morning. Every single stock gave 5 to 10%. 10 to 20% opportunities, but 2 of them turned out to be home runs, and this was spectacular, guys. The first one here is HCWB. We caught this one consolidating in the pre-market, dipped to 460 and took off to a highest point of 705, giving 40% plus, dipped again and went for another run of 30% plus. This was phenomenal, and with 42 vision, it's even clearer to be able to see the dips, the rips, the transitions into weakness, and the transitions into strength. And you can gain access to that as well in the 42 vision tier level. And as well, we caught this one here, IFRX. It was consolidating, it dipped, and once that reversal and transition started to form, since this point right down here, it gave a highest point of 50% plus, guys. This is what we strive for every single day. With 42 vision, we have the clarity to remove the guessing and the stressing to be able to maximize on opportunities. And if you want to get in on early with us every single morning, check out the link down below in the description. We look forward to having you join us. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with Shiba Inu, and Shiba Inu has been pulling downward. Shib token has been pulling back from these highs, and it touched all the way up here at 8, right? 4 zeros, 8, and it got rejected twice. And that's where the true rejection of a pullback started. And that is the most significant resistance level and highest point that we've seen Shiba Inu reach in its history, right? This has been tremendous. A lot of people were expecting another zero to go ahead and get shaved off, and a lot of people are still expecting it. This has been a slight pullback. We need to see if it can actually hold up and continue the run, because based off the 1 day, it is still showing strength here on 42 vision. Now, the closer this gets down here and levels off and the next candlestick doesn't come back up with more pressure, then things could be sending a possible reversal or leveling off. So it is important to see how this sends moving forward. And that's what I love about 42 vision. It lets me see the strength, it lets me see the weakness, and right now is the beginning of extreme weakness. Usually once this candlestick pops up, there's usually a reversal in the near future after it finally finds its bottom, right? Like we've seen in the history of the charts before. Let me go ahead and zoom this into the 15-minute, and this is the perfect example right here. When the over extreme weakness pops up, there tends to be reversals, and we're seeing it not only on the 15-minute right now in both of these situations, but on the 30-minute for the first time, because the dip here was very different on the 30-minute. After this area, there tends to be a point where it kind of bottoms out, levels off, and it could do a dead cat bounce or actual reversal like we've seen right here, but it is something to be aware of. There's still a lot of volatility going on, and this does look like it's in a downward trend based off the 30-minute. And if we go ahead and put the 1 hour, same thing. If we put the 4 hour, things are a little bit different. And now you can see the shifts here. Even though the 1 day is showing strength, the 4 hour is actually showing a little bit of weakness, and you could see here the shifts happening. If the next candlestick after this dark green with red border is a red one, this could continue going lower, showing even more weakness. That's what the charts are showing so far based off of 42 vision. And this is something you can gain access to as well. By joining the 42 vision tier level, you gain access to the daily watch list, the weekly watch list, and everything going on within the community with investors all looking to learn and grow together. Now, let's jump into the news that I have to share with you guys, because this article changed everything of my perspective, and it makes a bold statement on why Shiba Inu has room to grow, not overnight, but in the coming years, just based off the last few words of this entire article that we're going to read together and break down, and we're going to see if it's most visited, trending, and why it's also pulling downward. So in this article, it basically states, remembering the SHIB that the co-founder from Ethereum burned, it's now worth 32.5 billion, and it was actually worth about 6 billion at the time that they gave it to him. They break down what Dogecoin is supposed to be compared to Shiba Inu, and what's the goal with Shiba Inu to compete with Dogecoin. And then after the burning and his donations, he made some clear statements that he made it clear that he did not want to be a locus of power of that kind. He did not want to have all of that in hand. So he went ahead and burned 90% of his remaining SHIB holdings. He sent 410 trillion SHIB to a dead blockchain address, removing them from circulation. That's what's already pushed up Shiba Inu quicker than expected in the process. But the key words out of the whole entire thing, yes, he burned them, he donated them, he did not want that type of power. He stated he was thankful for it and passed it on, he paid it forward. But there's something that is super important in the whole entire article. According to Etherscan, Buterin still holds 3.4 million SHIB, a sum worth just $268. Okay, that's the worth right now. Okay, but that's the worth that can turn into hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, if Shiba Inu reaches 1 penny, 10 cents, or more than $1. He's holding a certain amount, which is very interesting. And even though he didn't want that type of power, either he believes slightly in it, or he's just keeping it to have it, or he's just doing it for fun, or out of respect to the SHIB army, the Shiba Inu holders, and the Shiba Inu worth paper and the whole entire ecosystem of it, he's holding it. And that right there says everything. Okay, this is a huge statement that he would not be holding this at all if he didn't think this had value to grow. Obviously, anything anyone holds, they're expecting it to grow. He's probably holding some, not because he's trying to become a millionaire or billionaire. He could have done that already. But this statement says a lot. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below on this, how this makes you feel after this man went ahead and stated he didn't want that power. He donates most of it, he burns it, and then now he's holding a reasonable amount, just a small amount that any other individual in the world can at some point accumulate. Some people have more than that, some people have just as much as that invested. You know, that right there says a lot. Like, he's literally showing a very humble approach, and also showing that it's possible, just based off how many he holds, that he thinks this can possibly reach 1 cent, 10 cents, or even $1 for it to turn into hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for him. Very interesting stuff. Now, Shiba Inu continues to grow with holders. It's currently at 837,869 holders as of yesterday, and going into today, there's probably more, and we've seen an acceleration in further adoption in just the last 2 months, as this went on to eToro, Webull, Binance, Coinbase, and Robinhood is in the speculations. When you go down here, this right here is the amount that supposedly has been burned by the co-founder of Ethereum. I think that is something to be very aware of and be watching and mindful of moving forward. But further adoption keeps on growing. We're seeing this information come out that this man is still holding, right? Butterin is still holding Shiba Inu, even though it's not a lot. He's holding some of it. The fact that he's holding it makes a statement. And then also, why is Shiba Inu falling apart from profit taking? Because that's the one thing everyone can be thinking about or assuming. Well, it has to do with this type of headlines. Can Floki, the new dog in town, be the new Doge Shib killer? So now we have Floki competing in the dog race with Shiba Inu. Okay, this is super important to be aware that Floki is moving pretty fast, and it has a huge indirect correlation, way more than Shiba Inu, with the name of Elon Musk, his dog. It's named Floki. The Dogecoin face is a Shiba Inu, and they both go together, but Shiba Inu will still have its total amount of indirect correlation from it anyways. So this is huge. They go ahead and break it all down here, the differences between the two, and the SHIB exchange supply is down to early May levels compared to Floki and whatnot. But it's super important to be aware that there's going to be now a third one in the competition. If not, it's already been in it, and a lot of people have been ignoring it. But the main two will continue to be Shiba Inu and Doge, but they're trying to bring some attention to Floki, and that is something that I'm realizing that could be affecting the price, because remember, money moves pretty fast. Now, another thing too that I realized is that Shiba Inu was going upwards when Dogecoin was falling yesterday, Ethereum was falling yesterday, and then we also had Bitcoin falling yesterday, and then we also had ADA Cardano falling yesterday. It almost seems like a lot of that money was being pulled out and being put into Shiba Inu and pushing this to double. I mean, it literally is something that is not directly correlating. This is like reading between the lines. This is just me assuming, speculation, but I find that very interesting. Now, Shiba Inu has actually been pushing up in the ranks of the most viewed. It reached up to the top 10, top 5, and I stated we could see this soon in the top 3 or even number 1, and that has happened in the last 24 hours. And in trending, it was not a single time in the list, but now when we look through this list, it is number 13, guys. I want you guys to be aware that this is putting up a fight to try to pass Dogecoin. It did it. It's making it actually even more further adopt. More people actually considering it a token to actually have some value. And here we have it, Dogecoin trying to push up Shiba Inu. And this is that dogfight that everyone's been thinking of, waiting for, and speculating on, where they're going to go head to head to see who goes higher quicker and who stays above who. So very interesting. Shiba Inu has moved really fast at a really rapid pace, way faster than Dogecoin, and I think it's going to be super important to keep in mind that Shiba Inu has so much room to grow beyond Dogecoin in these times, and there could be a flipping effect over the course of the years to come, and that has a lot to do with the families they're under. Dogecoin's under Bitcoin, Shiba Inu's under Ethereum, and there could be a flipping effect at some point. The support levels here is 4 zeros and a 5-6. If it gets broken through, this could go into further weakness, and the resistance level is way up here at 4 zeros and an 8-3. As always, guys, I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below, how you feel about this one. Where do you see it going? Thank you guys so much for watching, and comment your rocket ships if you think this is going to go to 1 penny. 10 cents or $1. And if you think that news that the co-founder of Ethereum holding, even though it's not a lot, 3 million SHIB, and it's a worth of 268, means something for the growth to come in the future. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.